Hi, I'm Nathan Stiff, Director of Resort Management for Esplanade Resort Experiences. I'm here with Chris Wilczynski, our golf course architect for Esplanade at St. Mary's. We're back 100 days from when we first saw you on the first tee here at Esplanade at St. Mary's. Chris, can you tell us what's been happening?
Yeah, a lot of stuff has happened since July, really. Several holes, I think we're up to 9 holes now that are completed, grassed. You can kind of see around us that there's several holes that are ready to play, several that are still being built, constructed right now. But tons of activity, tons of soil being moved, lots of grass put down, bunkers been built, and just a lot of activity throughout the last 3 months or so.
That's exciting. So now how's your schedule? Are you coming down every day, or do you sleep out here in the bunkers? What are you up to?
Yeah, we do. We sleep out here in this water. No, we come down once a week, typically on Wednesdays and Thursdays. Fly down from Michigan. I live right outside of Detroit, so there's a direct flight. Fly down here. We're typically here on Wednesday afternoons, all day Thursday, and then we fly home on Thursday night. But our job when we come here is just to keep the contractor moving forward. We're looking at things, making edits to the work that we've designed, getting things approved for the next step. Building a golf course is like a train, really. Like, we need to keep the engine out in front of us and keep the stuff behind it moving forward so that the engine doesn't get stopped. And so it's just, we're working in the dirt. I get on the machines sometimes and do a little bit of work, but really just working with Ryan Golf and making sure that everything is per our vision and just enhancing it as much as we can. And then, focusing on, playability, focusing on the challenge for the better golfers, but really trying to make it playable for, the masses.
So we talked a little bit about your style and approach with architecture and how you want to have the experience come together. How do you think this one's coming together as you thought, months and months and months ago, compared to, kind of where you are right now, midway?
Yeah, to me, it's like better than I thought it would be, especially now that like the holes that are out in the open here are great, but there's holes that are along the outside edges, like 2 through 7, 12, 13, 14 and 15 that are going to be phenomenal golf holes because they sit along these like really beautiful either wooded wetland areas or views out to the salt marsh along the St. Mary's River. So those holes are the ones that are evolving right now or being constructed right now. But to me, like, they're way better than I ever expected them to be, just because they have such a cool identity, sense of place. They're really serene and really beautiful, and they're gonna be awesome golf holes.
That's great. So we're here on the first hole. And if you look behind us, we've got, I'm going to call it Esplanade at St. Mary's Canyon. It's also the driving range, practice facility area. Can you kind of talk about how this came to be and what we're looking at?
Right. So this is the 4th Esplanade project that we've done, and we've done an aqua range at each one of them so far. The main benefit of this aqua range is really the soil. So like when we build one of these communities, we need a ton of soil because this land was flat. And if we don't raise the soil or raise these areas, we don't have excitement or drama or topography. And we need the soil to raise everything so it stays dry and we can create the interest and the beauty and all that. So a lot of the soil, not all of it, but all the soil comes from these lakes. And this is one of the biggest ones. This lake is 25 acres plus or minus. They were digging out of this lake for months. I think it was maybe 6 months that they were literally on a day-to-day basis. Truck after truck would go down, get filled with soil, go out and dump it somewhere else on the golf course and return, and that process has kept going day after day after day. So to fill the soil to build the golf course, but the other benefit is we get this beautiful amenity. The pond, this lake here is like maybe halfway full right now. Once it's full, it's going to be like, again, 25 acres. It's going to be sitting right behind the amenity campus. It's going to be a signature, part of this whole community to have this big body of water. It also serves as the driving range. The range tee is right over here. So golfers will hit balls out into the range to practice before they play. And then holes 1 and 10 are kind of flanking the outside edges of it. So 1 plays along the left side of it and number 10 along the right.
Yeah, it's very cool because the putting green, the chipping green, and then this big, large practice area all kind of is overlooking the culinary center and the Bahama Bar and our fitness center. So it all kind of plays together. We're going to go find some holes that are kind of not finished yet, and then we'll kind of peek under the hood a little bit.
Yeah, that sounds awesome. Yeah, I'd love to show like just kind of behind the scenes, like how we make the golf holes evolve.
Very good.